Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor web version. Go to www.macrotutor.com on your browser. For returning user, on the sign page, input your login details and click on
The International Research Center on Artificial Intelligence was founded under the auspices of UNESCO. IRCAI has started a top 100 study to unearth the amazing work being done by AI colleagues everywhere.
And who are mobilizing their diverse skills to make the most of artificial intelligence by ensuring it serves the common good.
For the key challenges of our age, as captured in the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations.
Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining us from. I can see some participants online and I know they are not in this part of the world. And also thank you so much for joining us in person. My name is Toby and I'm going to be your anchor for today. So because the numbers aren't adding up just quite yet, we just need, let's say an extra 5 minutes. Let the people that are supposed to join online join us. Is that okay? Yeah, thank you very much. So whilst we wait, we do some networking as the case may be. Introduce yourself. Where are you coming from? Where are you joining from? What are you joining as? I know there are people here, there are primary stakeholders. There are people that are joining because they want to know a little more about the product. There are people that develop the product as well. So let's do a little networking because, you know, we're data scientists network. So let's do that. Looking forward to meeting more of you guys. Thank you.
Hey Elijah, what you reading?
Oh, hi, my name's Elijah. I'm currently reading Artificial Intelligence for Beginners. Here are 3 reasons I like artificial intelligence. So, guess what? Fortnite actually uses bots to teach you how to play. That's really cool. And Alexa also uses artificial intelligence in speech. That's awesome. And also, YouTube and Netflix also gives you recommendations for what you should watch and what you shouldn't watch. Guess what? My favorite show is The Investigators. I love this book. I also got a copy for my friend. Thanks for making this book bio. I hope we can all read it together.
step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor web version. Go to www.macrotutor.com on your browser. For returning user, on the sign page, input your login details and click on Login. For a new user, click on the Sign Up button at the bottom of your screen. Input your details. OTP will be sent to the school's phone number to verify the account and sign up. Enter the following on the Sign Up for School page: school name, school email, mobile number, password, confirm password. Accept the privacy policy and terms and conditions by ticking the box. Click on Sign Up. Complete the school profile by providing the necessary details. Book class. To book a class, when the school's profile has been completed, you can book the first class for the school by clicking in the plus button at the top right corner of the screen, or click on Create your first class. Input all necessary details such as subject, classes, start and end date, and the duration per day. Click on Submit after filling the necessary details in the hard class. On the Select Tutor window, select your preferred tutor on the window to view his or her details. When you click on a tutor, you can view the tutor's profile and rating. Click on Book Tutor to send a request to the tutor. Start class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is in sight and ready is sent to the school app or phone number as SMS. School representative can share the OTP code with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I really hope that there was a little networking done online, because I'm not seeing any text, or at least there was some networking done in person. I'm sure there are faces here that you haven't seen before. So make sure you introduce yourself and the role you played, the stakeholder position you currently have. Now, so over the next couple of minutes, I'll just be introducing you to a little bit of Macrotutor, then how DSN is aligned to Macrotutor, because people ask, I'm sure it will come up that, oh, we're a data company. How did we get to this place? How are we creating a product for this particular group of stakeholders? Next slide, please. So now, if you knew DSN before, you know our commitment was to raise 1 million AI talents in 10 years. And that commitment still stays the same. It has just evolved. So beyond building 1 million AI talents, we want to build AI solutions that improve the quality of life and well-being of 2 billion people in emerging markets. But you'd see more of this and how we want to achieve it. Now, the core values or the key ways we want to achieve it, there are three key mediums. So community for learning and research, product for, so community for learning and research, product development for social impact, then partnerships for solution delivery. But more on that later. Next slide, please. So building 1 million AI talents in 10 years. That's the mandate. Now, how do we want to do it? How are we aligned to this? And just for the people that don't know too much about it, I want to show you how much we've done in the past years. So next slide, please. Now, if you don't know, Now, it is, if you don't know, DSN, we run free AI classes consistently. It has been on a yearly basis. I think the only year we didn't run it was in 2020 because of the pandemic. And what we did was we ran it virtually. And what this aims to do is to democratize knowledge. That's the only goal of this project. We organize kids and teens AI classes in every city from 2018 or so. We've run classes for these people, this target audience that, oh, you're in pre-university or you're just entering the space, or you want to get into it. You want to learn about Python. You want to learn about AI and machine learning. We have stakeholders that do this, that they decide that, oh, in my community, I want to do this, so I'm going to partner with DSN to deliver this learning. Next slide, please. Now, DSN took AI to urban and rural schools across Nigeria. You know, the reality of things in this part of the world is that not everywhere is structured. So our learning cannot be structured the same way as it is in Western cultures. We know that there are places, there are makeshift schools, all those ones that they put together. You just see one aluminum for, you see all those things, just wood here and there. But we know that we still want to drive learning in those kinds of places because the children, even if the school might not be real, the children, they are real. Those children, they need these skills, they need this technology to have an impact in the future age to come. We introduced hands-on AI learning to kids and teens at the NECT Center, Maiduguri. This was actually driven because of the social impact that we wanted to have. What we did was we flew all the way down there from Lagos. Got the people that were in Borno State, got the people around. Then we went to their center and we're delivering AI learning to them. And what we found out was they are just as curious when it comes to things related to tech. They are just as curious. They all want to make the same kind of impact. DSN Learn at Home intervention to support the Macrotutor community during COVID with learning kiosks. So the Learn at Home initiative, I'm sure you saw the videos before. So the Learn at Home initiative was driving learning in low-income households. How can we do this for them on a small scale? Then how can we scale up? So what we did was we created a platform that uses an edtech adaptive learning engine to target individual kids on feature phones. Feature phones are what we call Palasa, this side of the world. So what we did was we built a platform that they could learn using their Palasa, and it was completely free, supported by the MasterCard Foundation. Next slide, please. So DSN also organized the first Digital Children's Day. And what we were doing was we brought great minds in tech, great minds in AI, great minds in Web3 to introduce children that, oh, if I can do it too. And what we did was we empowered them with those skills. We had thousands of people joining from across Nigeria. We even had people joining from outside Nigeria. We had schools, institutions, people that volunteered their spaces just to support this initiative. So if you do want to support this initiative, please don't forget, you can always send an email to partnership@datasciencenigeria.ai. Next slide, please. So AI Plus Clubs for elementary school, we unveiled this in 2019. Now, you know, if you want to engage a stakeholder that is in university, it's not the same way you engage somebody in primary school. It's not the same way you engage somebody in secondary school. So what we did was we created a structure, and not just, oh, I have a single event today, then you don't hear from me for a year. We created a structure that will allow for consistent learning. The same way we have clubs in all these different schools. Oh, there's robotics club, there's catering club. We created an AI Plus club. That was the goal. We want to give you this knowledge, and we took it that, oh, we want to empower these children, and we launched it in 2019, and that's been going strong since, and now we're in 2022. So more on AI Plus clubs for schools. How it works is you just register your school, and we have representatives come down to meet you. As you can see, these are coding classes in different schools. So we have representatives come to meet you. They teach you about robotics, they teach you about Scratch, web development, depending on what track you pick. It's really simple, really straightforward. I think you should read more about it. I think there's a link that one of my colleagues will drop in the chat where you can read more about how you can register for AI Plus clubs. Now, this is our first AI summer school in 2017. An interesting fact, a majority of the people that you see in this picture are actually now in university. And they are not in all the anyhow universities. I'm not going to name any names, but they are not in anyhow universities. They are in Ivy League schools all across the world, including Harvard University. Next slide, please. Also, we deliver AI summer camp classes from 2019. We've delivered it consistently. Now, children aged between 7 to 18, you can come to DSN. We schedule a time for you, and we have the AI summer class for you. Now, this is actually going on this year as well. So the AI Summer Camp 2022 is actually ready. Like, we're good to go. It should be happening next week or so. So if you've not registered, this is your opportunity to register. If you want to register physically, you can come to AI Hub here. So you can register, then you have your child, your ward, come down to this venue. As you can see, it's a very beautiful place. I think our production team will show you around later on. So it's a very beautiful place. So if you want to register physically, you can register, you come, you have direct interaction with our robotics equipment, our lab, different items supported by University College London, our partners like NVIDIA, and so on and so forth. Now, it's the same thing that we've been talking about, different things that we're doing for children. Now, more that we've done for children. DSM released the first artificial intelligence book for students in Africa, written by our founder, Dr. Olubayo Adekombi. So what this book does is it breaks AI, it breaks Python, machine learning, all those words that people don't usually understand. Because now when somebody hears Python, the first thing that will come to you is not actually a programming language. You won't think it's a programming language. But yeah, so what this book does is it breaks it down to the smallest bits. How can you achieve what you can achieve with Python and machine learning? How can you understand it? Now, we also trained over 1,500 teachers in Ogun State during our Train the Trainers program. Now, like I mentioned, we have different ways of engaging different stakeholders. The same way we're going to engage somebody that is in university is not the same way we'll engage somebody that is a teacher. Because if you're a teacher, you need to have true understanding of it. It needs to be in-depth, because when you're dealing with students, the questions that they'll ask you, I know, my fellow teachers are in the house, the questions that they'll ask you, they are not the most straightforward, they are not the simplest of questions. So if you don't have a core understanding of it, you're not going to be able to actually answer those questions. This event was actually supported largely by Ogun State government, lead resources, and other institutions. Now, DSN has 2 products that belong to us as like end to end. That's what this means. So initiated, conceptualized, and developed by DSN. We have 2 products that were accepted into the global top 100 AI products by IRC-AI under the auspices of UNESCO. So IRC-AI is the institution for research on artificial intelligence, the Institutional Center for Research on Artificial Intelligence under the auspices of UNESCO. So now the 2 products are EdTech Adaptive Learning Engine and Prescribe Right. But because of our time, I'll recommend that we go to the DSN YouTube channel. There are many videos there that explain what these tools are, so we can get right into what Macrotutor is for today. So now I'll be introducing our first keynote speaker, Dr. Henry. So Dr. Henry is a learning experience designer and educational technologist. Hi, Dr. Henry, are you with us?
Yes, good morning. Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you, Toby.
Thank you very much. Please wave to Dr. Henry. He can see you. So yes, thank you. So wave to Dr. Henry. So Dr. Henry, you have the floor now.
All right. Thank you very much. I think I will just go straight away to the keynote address. So what I want to talk about is about the future that is now. And of course, tomorrow is already late. So there's a Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. So by implication, what that means is that the best time to plan and prepare for the future is now. You don't plan for tomorrow when it arrives. And I want to welcome all of you to this particular event that showcases a pathway to plan and prepare for the future. Okay, the truth is our future is now, and the future of our country is now, the future of our African continent is now, and the future of our lives, families, and society is actually now. And we all know that tomorrow will be entirely different from today, and therefore a new set of skills and competencies is needed to prepare for the future. It's about our future. For yesteryears, when I mean yesteryears, I mean yesterday, numeracy, literacy were very important to every kid, very important to every learner, to every student. But tomorrow, I'm very sure you will know that they will lack the capacity to help our kids to face the future. And majority of the jobs that will be in the futures will require some of these skills that we're going to be talking about. Maybe perhaps you are wondering what's numeracy, literacy, what do they mean? I'm very sure we have teachers in their house, and I'm very sure they know what numeracy and literacy mean. It's very simple, but for the benefit of those who don't know what it is, it's very simple. Numeracy is the ability to work with numbers and arithmetics, and that is 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 2x plus 2x. While literacy is actually the ability to read and write in the approved official language, which incidentally in our own country, Nigeria, is English, and of course, one of the mother tongue languages. So I want to emphasize that the language of the past is numeracy and literacy. But of course, the language of the future is entirely different from these two themes. Well, so what do I mean by that? I mean, tomorrow, numeracy and literacy will no longer be the important factor for survival. What will be important is the ability to communicate with the computing machines around and with us. And this has been termed as coderacy. And I want to quickly underline that, and I want to explain it in a way that everyone of us can understand. Coderacy, C-O-D-A-R-A-C-Y, that is coderacy. So what does it actually mean? It means the ability to code or write the language that computing machines understands. The future is strictly dependent on how individuals can communicate with these ubiquitous machines. And of course, 65% of jobs, even more, in the future will be dependent on whether an individual is ready to work in that kind of society. So beyond numeracy, literacy, coderacy will play a key important role to prepare us for the future. But the most important question to ask ourselves is, are you prepared for that future? If you can see anybody beside you, you could ask the person, are you prepared for the future? Are you prepared for that kind of future that we're expecting? So if you're not prepared, apparently because you were not prepared by your society that trained you or that trained me, should you not prepare the kids, the children, learners of today around you for the future? Ask yourself, are the kids, school children, learners, your own children around you being prepared for the future or for the past that actually prepared you? Check their school subject. That's the best way to know. Check their school subjects on a daily basis. Aren't they around numeracy and literacy? Is coderacy part of what they are learning in schools? Coderacy on a global scale is actually learning about everything around AI, just like my colleague just talked about artificial intelligence now. AI simply means artificial intelligence, data science, robotics, machine learning, blockchain, data engineering, and so on and so forth. But the next question about the how is, how do we teach this coderacy in such a way to facilitate the learning as well as the immediate application of these skills and competencies within the global society? Now, to answer this question is why we are here today. Today is about a product that simplifies the process of acquiring coderacy. The product democratizes the process of teaching learning of coderacy such that anyone, any learner, any child, any kid, or school can acquire this tech education without grinding at a flexible and affordable field. The product provides unlimited access to ready-to-use learning resources that will facilitate further learning. It will help you to get your tutors on a click, pay easily, get quality learning content on a click, and so on. More about the product will be demonstrated shortly by my colleague. This event is about code racing, is about the future, is about your tomorrow. And I want you to pay close attention to every line item for this event and ultimately take concise and precise action about the future of your kids, of your learners, of your students. And the best legacy you can leave for your kids, your learner, is code racing. It is no longer numeracy or literacy. Allow your kids and learner students to adequately be equipped for the future by subscribing to the type of tech education that allows you to prepare and plan for the future. Actually, the future is now. Tomorrow is late already. So I want you to sit back and enjoy the event. Thank you for coming. Over to you, Toby.
Thank you so much, Dr. Henry. Please put your hands together for Dr. Henry. Okay, so now I'm going to be introducing Uche, who is our product and operations lead here at DSN, to showcase Macrotutor. So please, let's put our hands together for Uche.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us today, everyone here and everyone joining us online. We're super excited to have you join us on this amazing occasion, right? Launching this particular product and getting it into the market. Two things before we quickly play the videos and then do the demo, show you how to interact with the platforms. Number one, I would like for us to please help. You can see the hashtag there, right? From our social media pages, we need you to help interact, retweet and tweet with the hashtag Macrotutor, hashtag digital education. You can go to the DSN pages on Twitter. For everyone here, the DSN will be placed in the chat if you do not know the page name, right? And we can please make use of it to spread the word, right? Because it's really important and critical for us to let more persons know about this platform that is about to democratize access to digital education. Okay. Then number two, we're going to be acknowledging the presence of some of our distinguished guests who took out time from their busy Monday schedule to join us on this amazing occasion. We have a couple of persons online, so I would be recognizing them much later because, of course, the name online is quite confusing, so I'll do that much later. Yeah, in this auditorium, we have Mr. Andrew, who is the research. Mr. Shego Andrew is the research and innovation lead for Harvard Partners. Harvard Partners is an educational consultancy providing distinct learning and design consultancy for schools, primary and secondary across Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa. Please, can we help jam our hands together for Mr. Shego Andrew? Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so, and for every one of us, right, because we couldn't have done this without every one of us joining us here today. The staff and members of the DSN community who have been a major part of this event. We just want to say we appreciate you. So can we please help put our hands together for ourselves? We're so excited to have you with us here today. Okay, so let's move on very quickly to the video and we'll see how to interact with the products, both on the web platform and on the mobile platform.
Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor web version. Go to www.macrotutor.com on your browser. For returning user, on the sign page, input your login details and click on Login. For a new user, click on the Sign Up button at the bottom of your screen. Input your details. OTP will be sent to the school's phone number to verify the account and sign up. Enter the following on the Sign Up for School page: school name, school email, mobile number, password, Confirm password. Accepts the privacy policy and terms and conditions by ticking the box. Click on Sign Up. Complete the school profile by providing the necessary details. Book class. To book a class, when the school's profile has been completed, you can book the first class for the school by clicking in the plus button at the top right corner of the screen or click on Create your first class. Input all necessary details such as subject, classes, start and end date, and the duration per day. Click on Submit after filling the necessary details in the hard class. On the Select Tutor window, select your preferred tutor on the window to view his or her details. When you click on a tutor, you can view the tutor's profile and rating. Click on Book Tutor to send a request to the tutor. Start class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is inside and ready is sent to the school app or phone number as SMS. School representative can share the OTP code with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence.
All right, thank you very much for that. If you want to clap, we can please go ahead to clap. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so before we play the next video, right, I want to believe, I hope it's not an assumption, that we all know what Macrotutor is. So is there anybody here who has not heard of it at all, either from the different Caesars campaign online, right, or in our interaction among our communities and our ecosystem? Is there anybody who doesn't know what Macrotutor is all about? Okay. So for the benefits of doubt, right, beyond from what you've seen right now, what Macrotutor will do for parents and schools is to provide access to the best quality instructors and the learning content that can allow their students and their kids learn and acquire amazing tech skills, artificial intelligence, coding, robotics, AI, machine learning, and even interaction design. And all of these can be amazingly affordable costs. Now, for all about democratizing access to these skills and ensuring that it becomes a major part of the learning of some of our children in K-12, that's from primary to secondary schools. It's not just them learning mathematics, English, social science, and the rest of them, but let the skills that can allow them play effectively and compete on the global scale, let them learn those skills from the very beginning. That's what we're doing. So in the next video right now, you've just seen the web version. In the next video we're going to be playing right now, you will see how to make use of the app version. It's very simple, but we'll just quickly go through the video. Michael.
Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor app. Download and installation from Play Store. On Google Play Store, search for Macrotutor. Click on Macrotutor from Data Science Nigeria. Click on Install and wait for the app to complete installation process. Click on Open to access the app when installation is done. Choose a parent user. Click on the parent to create or access your parent account. If you're a first-time user, kindly click on the Sign Up button to register a new account and OTP verification. Fill in your details, your name, email, phone number, password, re-enter password, accept terms and conditions, and privacy policy. Click sign up. It will take you to a new page. Input the OTP sent to your phone. Then click verify. Complete profile. After a successful verification of your account, input the following to complete your profile. Occupation, home address. Allow Macrotutor app to access your device's location to correctly pick your address on the map and click on Select Here. Nearest landmark, country, state, local government. Click on Save and Continue. Add child. Fill the child's details to create a child's profile. Name, class, age. Click on Save to save the child's profile created. Book a tutor. To book a tutor, go to the child's list. Click on Book Tutor for any child you wish to book a tutor for. You can search for a tutor within your location by filling the location box with your location or search by subjects. Click on the location box and use the map to get your location. List of available tutors will appear below your screen horizontally. Swipe left to view more tutors that are close by. Book a tutor. Click on the arrow on the tutor card to view the tutor's profile. Scroll back to Book Now to book the tutor. Input the subject, extra notes, start date, end date, and class duration. Click on Get Tutor's Availability to see when the tutor will be available to take the class. On Select Availability page, click on the preferred start time for each days of the week and click Submit to send a request to the tutor. To make payment. Start a class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is on site and ready is sent to the payment app or phone number as SMS. Parents can share the OTP with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence.
Right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to go into a very short product demo, right, to show us. Of course, you've watched an animation video, but it's now important to see the product live in action. Now, as we do that, I'm going to quickly ask that whatever questions we might have from the videos that we've watched and also the demo, right, please begin to put your question down. After we're done with the product demo, we'll take all of the questions that we might have, and then we'll try as much as possible to provide answers to them. Okay, so let's get started very quickly. We're going to be starting with the school version, right? The web version for schools and institutes to go ahead and book a tutor. So we're going to be using, right now, we're going to be using an account that has already signed up just for the purpose of time, right? So here you can see on the school dashboard for a school user, right, classes that has been booked already. You can see expired classes. What that simply means is that for classes that are booked and the tutor does not accept the request, that booking expires. Then all of the ones that you can see that are accepted, you can see them there. The tutor has accepted, and the school can go ahead to either pay or reschedule. Now, we're just going to do this whole process, and you see how that is done. So let's book a tutor very quickly. All right, so to book it, so the school user, either the administrator or any other school staff who is in charge of the platform, can go ahead, select the subjects that they want to book for, coding, web development, Scratch, Python, And then also select the classes. Now you can select multiple classes. Why? Because we know that a teacher in most of our affordable schools is expected to take from JS1 to JSS3, right, for all of their classes. Then also you have to input the dates that you expect the teacher to come in, the start dates and the end dates. Now this can be the entire duration of your term, or you might just want to say, okay, let me just do for 1 month, right? That can be done. Then also, based on your school timetable, you also impute the time when you expect the teacher to come. So let's just go ahead to book two times in a week. Yeah. So we're doing Monday, and perhaps we can do Wednesday. Okay. So if you do have any additional notes as a school user and that you want the tutor to know about, right, you can go ahead to add it there. If not, why not just go ahead to click on submit. So once you click on submit, the system automatically navigates to this portion of the app, of the web version, where you see all of the available tutors based on the subject you've selected and also the classes that you want them to take. So for the purpose of this demo, you can see right now, he's going to accept the booking, right? And the notification that he has accepted will show. But before he does that, you need to click on book tutor. So he receives a booking request in his own app. Who is the person here? The tutor who you're expecting to come take the class. So once you click on book tutor, the notification of booking request is sent to the tutor's app and he needs to accept. Of course, we expect that he accepts within 8 hours of that booking. And then once he accepts, right, before you accept, you see it there on your dashboard as a school user, it's pending. But once he accepts, you reload and they can see that he has accepted. So let's see if the tutor has accepted the booking. Okay, so we had to make this process really fast, right? That's why you can see now he has accepted the booking, the tutor that has been booked. Then you have 2 buttons there to either go ahead to pay for the class, or if, for instance, you do have maybe there are other activities that came up and the time that you selected, you would require the tutor to come on a different time and not the ones you selected. You can go ahead to still reschedule and the tutor will receive the notification of that rescheduling. So let's go ahead to let's go back. Since we're not necessarily that's the gateway. Now let's go back to the rescheduling and show you how to reschedule a class. Okay, so here you can see the rescheduling of the class, right? You just click on the tutor that you have selected, right? The tutor that you want to schedule, and then you can, from the dates there, you can select the dates that you want the class to now hold, right? Maybe it's no longer holding on the day that you intended before. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on very quickly. All right. So that notification goes to the tutor that you have rescheduled the class. Okay. So now I think for our time, let's move very quickly to the parents app. Of course, this particular web version is available to the schools to make use of to book a tutor. But now let's quickly show how a parent can use the mobile app to book a tutor. Again, like I said, if you do have questions, please put your questions down. And even our guests and our participants who joined us online, if you do have questions, please put them down in the chat. Our virtual host will pick up all of those questions and will try as much as possible to provide answers to those questions. Okay, let's move on to the mobile app. Hello, Habib, you can see your hand. Would ask that you please, if you do have a question, you could just drop it in the chat and that question will be picked after we quickly do the mobile app demo. Apologies for that. We're having some minor technical issues, of course. Some of the things. All right, thank you, Daniel, KK. So, while we're fixing that, let's take this question. Let me just quickly pull up that question. Okay. Daniel KK said, are the rates fixed or calculated by certain parameters? If yes, what are the parameters? Okay, so for the class, right? So we'll go to that, but let me quickly just answer this question, hopefully, so I don't forget. So the rates for the class, right, is based on certain parameters. Number one, right, we expect that you're booking, if you're booking for an hour, there's a particular amount, but beyond 1 hour, it adds up. Again, we expect that the minimum number in that class that you're booking is 20. We expect just 20 students. Any number beyond that 20 students, I think you have to book an hour. The goal of this, or the reason for this, is to ensure that the tutor is able to handle and engage all of the students. Beyond that number, it's going to be difficult for him to go from screens to screens of the students and ensure that everyone in that class learns effectively well. So that's like the basic parameters. But the fixed price for one hour, there's a price for an hour class, right? And it's fixed. But beyond that, it adds up. Okay, so this is the parents or the mobile app that a tutor and the parents can make use of. Of course, I mentioned that before you go on my host, I mentioned that all of the notifications for a booked class are sent to the tutor. So he also downloads the app and he has his profile and his dashboard here, and he receives all of the notification, the booking request on both his email and also in-app. But for the purpose of this meeting, because of our time, we'll just go through the parents, how a parent can go ahead to book a tutor quickly. Again, we're using the signed-in registered parent, but I tell you the registration process and the completion of the profile, as you have seen from the demo or the how-to videos, is quite straightforward and very easy. So you just go ahead to log in. Again, as you can see, for parents that has already been using the platform, there are classes that he has booked for already, and all of the classes are categorized under the upcoming. For those that he has booked and has been taken, completed, you'll see that under the completed dashboard. Okay, so to quickly show you how we were able to come and you see the class booked, of course, you have to add the child like it was shown in the add video. So let's quickly go ahead to add a child. All right, let's go ahead to add a child. So adding a child is very simple. You put in the name of the child, his class, right, and the age. Reason for this minor details of the child is to help you track the performance of the child, right? You have a dashboard as a parent to see how your child is performing across all of the classes. Okay. So we've added a child, he used my name. Okay. So let's go ahead to book a tutor for that child. Once you click on book tutor, okay, that's off. Once you click on book tutor, it takes you to, again, the GPS page, the map page, where you can input the subjects and your address. So let's quickly input our address. Okay, I need to cancel it from here. All right. So your address has been automatically picked by the system. All you just need to do now is to click select here. And once you click select here, it shows you all of the tutors that are available. So to see more tutors, as in just scroll sideways and you see the tutors that are available. Again, you can click on any of those tutors to view their time availability, to view their the entire details about them, the time availability, the classes that they can take, and also the ratings, because we expect both parents and schools to be able to rate our tutors. Our tutors are of the best quality in terms of both knowledge and character, and we expect that to be validated by the parents and also the school owners after they've taken the classes. Okay, just a minute. So that you can see one of the tutors. Again, for the purpose of this demo, we're just going to quickly book Michael. Of course, Michael is not the only tutor we have. So in case we are asking why are we booking only Michael, but for the purpose of this demo, we're just going to book him and then he accepts, and you see how the process works. Okay. So let's go ahead to click book now. Then you again include the class specific subjects you want to take. If you do have any extra notes, as you've seen in the school web version, you can please add it there. If not, it's not compulsory. Just put in the dates that you want him to come start the class, and also the dates that you want the class to end, entire duration. And also you might want to say, okay, it's an extra class after your child has come back home from school. So you don't want him to expend 1 hour. I mean, if it's just for 30 minutes, that's fine. If it's just for 5 minutes, that's fine. Also, for this particular parent app, you can decide to say, you know what, please, I need this class to be taken virtually, right? I don't want you to come to my house for security purposes. That's fine. We are okay with it. So the tutor also can take the class virtually. And if you want him to come physically, that's also fine for us. Okay, so you now go ahead to get the tutor's availability. All right. So each of those time shows you the time that you can select or you can book the tutor. If the tutor has already been booked by another parent or a school, you would see there to show the tutor booked, meaning that you cannot select that time for that particular date that you have selected. However, if the tutor is not booked that date, it shows you like that select time. Okay, so we just selected two dates, and then we can go ahead to submit. And once you submit, again, it receives the booking request on his own app. So you can see there it's pending, and when he receives it, you can go ahead to complete the process. Of course, you will receive a notification both in your email and in the app. Let me just show you. Can you just quickly show us the notification page? Let's go to the notification page to see. Yeah. So you can see you receive the notification on your mobile that, okay, the tutor has accepted the booking, and you can go ahead to pay. Also, you want to check it in your app. There's a notification tab there at the footer of the app, and then you can go ahead to see all of the notifications for you, both ranking from the latest all the way to the ones, and you can decide to clear it if you are, if you find it too much for you, you can decide to clear it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so I think that's all. To just show you, let's show the hamburger menu for a parent to see some of the other features, the dash reports, the support you can contact us about, you can read more and see the privacy policy. Of course, we're very big on that, the terms and conditions, and decide to even check your settings and then maybe edit it, your password and the rest of them. And then to switch, you can also switch to the tutor's account. So maybe you're a parent and you also want to teach, right? You can go ahead to switch and become a tutor. You click on yes, and it takes you to the tutor's flow to impute. If you have imputed your profile before, it picks it up. Not, you'll be requested to just create your profile. All right, thank you very much for listening to our Tech Talk. Yeah, and we'd like to now take some of the questions that we have both online. And if you don't have questions here, please just raise your hand and we'll take them very quickly before we round up. So let me take the question. Okay, and I want to say a big thank you to all of my virtual hosts, my colleagues who have provided some of the answers to the questions online. So I'm looking for those that have not been answered already. Okay, just quickly. Mohammed Kuliya, so I'm going to just take a question. So what are you presently doing to create awareness with respect to this app, most especially in the northern part of the country? Thank you, Mohammed. Of course, this is our MVP, right? And we've been pushing both on social media and also offline. So we also have offline sales agents who are ambassadors of the products, who are going to the schools, going to places of gathering to speak to prospective customers, to speak to school owners, to speak to administrators. Right now, we're launching this particular product for a tutor to go to any school or any learning center physically. We're launching in Lagos. It's an MVP and we're launching in Lagos. However, it's part of our long-term plan to move as fast as possible to other regions of the country, because we understand that this is a product, we've validated it, that this is something that is extremely needed. From the introduction we saw, we took some AI summer classes to Maduguri, and that was part of our validation, that these skills are important to every and any child, wherever and whenever you can find them. So that's very important for us. But for now, we're launching the physical classes with Lagos. Now, if you want a tutor to take a class virtually, right, as an outside Lagos, we can definitely do that. But for physical classes, just in Lagos for now. Mohammed, I hope I answered your question. So I don't know if there's any other question. Okay, so you said, would there be training for tutors on how to access the student's PC? I want to believe I understand that question. How to access, Yusuf, can you please rephrase your question? Maybe how to access your profile? Because the tutor is not accessing the student's profile. The student profile is just for the parents to see. All you need to do is go take your class, right? And the parents, of course, puts in his feedback. This tutor has done amazingly well. He gives those feedback. He also sees the performance of his child, and then he can relay them to you. For now, you don't have access to the student's dashboard, if that's what you're asking, Yusuf. But for training of the tutors, of course, we are very big on continuous upskilling of our tutors to ensure that they are the cutting edge of innovation and technology in all of these skills and all of these courses, from artificial intelligence to robotics, animation, app development, interaction design. There's continuous training to ensure that they are up to date in all of the skills. So for our time, Let me just take Timothy quickly. It said, is Macrotutor free to join for tutors? Yes, Macrotutor is free to join for the tutors. However, once you sign up and complete your profile, we have a verification process that we expect you to go through. And once you successfully go through that, you are approved on the platform. Okay, Yusuf said, I mean, access to evaluate if the students are paying attention. Okay, so you can provide, I mean, the school who has booked, all the parents who has booked, you can provide all of your feedback to them. They are the one who would definitely, like, if the students are not paying attention, put them in order. But you are in the class, right? You're taking the class and you are expected to manage the class. But all of the feedback post the duration of the class, please provide them to the school administrator or the parent, as the case may be. How will the tutor know that he or she hasn't verified? Very quickly, our time is fast spent. So once you have completed that particular verification process, right, you will receive a successful verification email, right, that lets you know you have been verified. And of course, any parent or any school that intends to book a tutor will see you at the dashboard, right, to either select you. Of course, we expect that our tutors do amazingly well because we are humans. We want to book a tutor with the best ratings, right? And of course, the other criteria, which is the timing and the classes can take. But the best ratings are very, very big for us. So please, after you've been verified, you want to ensure that you take enough classes, right? And then do as well, do very well, because the tutors, and the schools will rate you. Okay, let me take a question. Because I'm going to take a question very quickly, just a minute. And so please, just your name and then your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Olajide is my name, and this is my question. Schools generally have ICT classes with fixed curriculum, that is normally tailored towards national examination, as the case may be. So my question is this: how easily can someone convince such schools to embrace Macrotutor? Schools that have ICT classes, all those things they teach them, data processing, that they have it already. This is different, and they will have exam to write. And you want to convince them to sign up on Macrotutor, which should be different. You don't do all those Python and things like that. Yeah. So how can you easily convince schools like that?
Okay, so my colleague wants to quickly provide an answer. We're working on the product together. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So presently, we still have computer science, data processing as a subject, and Macrotutor also. So we can also provide tutors to that subject for any school that needs it also. We're not doing only coding Python alone. We have DTP and computer science as a subject also.
I hope that answers the question. Does it answer? Thank you very much. Do we have any other question? Right? All right, please go ahead. Your name and your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Afiz is my name. Then my question is, do I get the chance to reschedule a session? That have already been booked and paid for, if the time is not convenient.
It's all right.
Yes. Is as a tutor, no, as a parent or school. Yes, as a school or as a parent or school that has already paid for a particular session. So do I have the chance to reschedule if the time is not convenient? Yes, at a later time, after payment, Yes. So that's number one.
Yeah. To reschedule, the tutor gets notification and then we can communicate that. So you can reschedule. The reschedule.
Okay. So number two is that weekly or monthly. Does that implies that I get a chance to book to get a tutor all through the week or month? And if yes, what will it affect, or is there going to be some kind of a reduction if the number of days I selected are, less. So
like it.
Yes, something like that.
Okay, so for now, right, as the system is automated, right? So the days that you've booked, the system calculates the amount monthly.
Okay, I say, for example, if I and the days I pick Monday to Sunday, for example. So now, I'm going to 5, right? Now, what if I now choose Monday and Tuesday, for example? Am I still going to out, or there's going to be reduction? That's what
Like I mentioned earlier, it is not calculated on say, okay, you booked for Monday to Wednesday. No, it's the pricing is per hour, right? And it's calculated the number of hours that you have booked. That's what. So if you just booked for 2 days and you just using 2 hours in those 2 days, maybe 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour the first day, 1 hour the second day, it prorates your the pricing and shows you. So it's going to be different from if you booked for 1 week and then you selected up to 4 hours in that 1 week or 3 hours. If it's only 2 hours in that 1 week, it's still yeah, exactly. If it's only so the pricing is not on the dates, is on the time. Yeah. So if it's only 2 hours you booked for between that Monday to Sunday, it's the same thing if you book just Monday and Tuesday, but that same 2 hours, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, another question relating to that. Now you said earlier on that for schools, the pricing is per hour and for like 20 students in the class. So now, if the pricing goes like that, what of for parents that have just a kid? Is it the same 1 hour pricing that goes? Like if I have a kid now, as a parent will be what school will pay having 20 students, the same 1 hour. Is that how it goes?
For a parent, yeah, yep, child. That's for a school, because of course we want to be as flexible as possible for the schools. Yeah, but for a parent, per child.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Oche. Thanks, the DSN guys. You really done a great work. Some of them may not be questioned. Maybe what you guys can look into. Yeah, please. Very, very important. I've worked with many of the schools here. So I'm coming. I was looking, I have about 10 things that just came to my mind as they were presenting. You guys have done sincerely fantastic job. But one of the things that came to the school owner's mind, I'm talking from their perspective, from informed point, because I work with them and they will agree with me if they are online, some of them. Fear of technology replacing their school. Fear of technology replacing their school. It's key. But I remember I did a research with my colleagues at Harvard Partners, which we find out it covered Southwest Nigeria schools, private schools. They were afraid that technology might replace their. So what does that mean? What's the implication? So they will not accept anything that has to do with this, no matter how fantastic it looks like. But whether you like it or not, when change comes, if you don't move with the wind of change will sweep you, relegate you to the dustbin of time. So that is one. You need to think about it very well. Then number 2, most especially the local schools. And if you look at the pyramid of the structure, you have the low, medium, and high cost schools. Low, medium, high cost, they account for about 80% of the schools. So you don't want to lose, there's a market there. And those are the ones that hold the fear most. So you look into that. Security issue. Here, now, in terms of security issues, sending teachers to go to the school to teach. Many of us, we have, as a parent, I'm looking, if I have a school, because Nigerians, they believe Nigerians, nobody can be trusted. And you look at the peculiarity of our own situation, kidnapping, everything going on now. I don't know what to put in place to really ease that fear from them.
Is that a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Security is another issue too.
All right. So
sorry, a minute.
Should I take that?
A minute, sir, please, Mr. Uche. Because I don't want us to miss this thing will really help you people. So I remember I did a research with my colleagues one time. We used schools in Ebutemeta here. We give them questions. We said, what are the reasons why parents, we asked parents, yeah, you decide to send your children to school. One of the reasons they said is security. That's why they choose schools which are close to the house. Security. So how do you address that? Quick, so that I can quickly.
For now, right, all of the tutors that we are bringing on the platform, I mentioned that we have a verification process for them. Now, number one, we are verifying all of their credentials and the pedagogy and then teaching ability. We're verifying that. Number two, we're also verifying them as a person. And so we're requesting for some identification. We will request for that. And then also for references. Those are two things that we believe that, okay, it's important for us to be able to track all of our tutors and then give the word that this person that we're sending to your school, we have their details, we verify them, character and knowledge-wise, and then we also have their details in the unlikely events that anything happens, right? We also have those details.
Okay, thank you. One of the reasons I'm saying that, because I was speaking with some counselors. I had a meeting with them. Some of the teachers are very questionable characters. People who go to the school, I'm not saying respect to my teachers. Anyway, I respect them. I give them respect when I talk to them, whether they're here or not, they are doing a great job. So if eventually anything happens, they will, oh, I'm not trying to be a prophet of doom here. Data science may be held responsible. So let's be careful. Let's make sure we do that check very well, quality check very well on the people we are bringing into the picture. Then in the area of using their ATMs to pay, most Nigerians also have that fear. Sincerely, I'm one of them. Even if I have 1 billion in my account to pay, ever since I had issues like that. So that fear, I thank God you address that. They can pay with their account. That's very good. It shows you are thinking outside the box. Then competition. If you look at, I was speaking to you about competition. Many of the coding guys are coming up now. So they are very big. I don't know what you do about that. Just know that you need to do it seriously. That is a big name. Fine, I know you are a big name which is respected, but think about Mr. Biggs, Tantalizer, but now Food City. Just think about that. Then let me leave that. One of the major things in private schools is discount. Parents always tell you discount. If two of my children are partaking in or 3, will you give me discount? Even in the big private schools, you can ask any of them. Discounts. I'm not talking theory. I'm part of the system here. You know, I'm into research innovation. So when I tell you, take it like this, seriously. I can tell you about the university's curriculum and that's my field, and research and innovation and education. Other ones I may not be able to. So please pay attention. So parents will ask you, if you are paying for 3 kids, how much discount are you giving me? And I think somebody asked that question too. Yeah, then, good, the curriculum. In the new curriculum for Lagos, may I ask, how does this, is there an harmony between the curriculum? Now, there are 2 curriculums. There's a global curriculum, there's the national curriculum. If the national has the federal and the state curriculum, is there a nexus between the curriculum, the national curriculum, and this product?
So for courses or subjects like the data processing, subjects that the schools are currently taking, we are making use of the curriculum that is provided, because of course there's already a curriculum provided by these bodies, and we are leveraging on that curriculum to deliver these classes. However, for courses that we are aware that there's no curriculum for from national body, courses like artificial intelligence, machine learning, we have our own well-curated curriculum that we have developed and used over time. We validated it in training students of course, we have an AI Plus clubs where we have school partners that are already in that club, and we've used it to train them. So this curriculum are broken down into learning tracks that we say for this particular course, from this point to this time, this is when you're supposed to become proficient in this course. So we have that curriculum already.
Okay, yeah. I get you. It's more of an extracurricular activity. Yeah.
There are no curriculums.
Yeah, I get you. So where I want to go is this. Curriculum has different dimensions. This is a curriculum content. One of the things that is missing here, I'm seeing, is the curriculum evaluation aspect. I was looking at that. We developed a model one time, TDEP model, to assess the curriculum 21st century skills. One of the things we didn't capture was technology literacy skills. It captures the 3 domains of learning, captures the head, which is the cognitive, captures the art, the affective, and the psychomotor domain. There's nothing like that in Nigeria, but the schools are using that. Maybe we'll find out, we'll bring technology literacy into it so that learning progress and learning reporting there'll be feedback. It's beyond parents saying no. There are certain things, there's a way you structure your questions, not like the way you know what is no, because this is more of a skill. What you can do is a skill. It's a digital literacy skill, so it will also help. So thank God for that, that at least it will help.
Is that all?
Yeah, the last one.
Please.
Yeah, so that we can, quickly.
Thank you very
I
much.
get. So how does it fit into the technology literacy skill? Because technology literacy skill is one of the skills that Lagos State came up with. There's a new syllabus by Lagos State. Anybody who is familiar with the syllabus, at the end of that syllabus, you will see embedded core skills. Lagos State wants including the federal, every child in Nigeria to have technology literacy skill, which is not technology, digital literacy skills. It's three things. It has media literacy skill. Digital literacy skill is composed into media literacy skill, information literacy skill, and technology literacy skill. This is taking care of technology literacy skill. So it will really be of help. I think let me stop there. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Can you please put our hands together for Mr. Shegun Andrew for those as thoughtful contributions? Of course, like I mentioned very quickly at the beginning, I said, this is an MVP. We're going to the market and we're going to collect a lot of feedback to improve on our products and our solution delivery. So because of our time, we will not be able to take any more questions, but my colleagues, the virtual hosts, have picked all of the questions that are in the chat. And we, of course, you can chat us up on any of our platforms, our social media platforms, or the Telegram groups, or you can use the same email that you used to register. You can send us all of your questions. We are willing and ready to provide answers to them. Our time is fast spent. We intend to use just 50 minutes for this, but we've shot beyond that. And so we would like to bring this session to a close. So to bring it to a close, I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who decided to take, again, we do not take that time or we do not take it for granted. This is a very busy day. Monday is the most busiest day for most of us, and you took our time to be a part of it, either virtual or here. We do not take it for granted. We sincerely appreciate you. Can you just please help us put your hands together for everyone, and for those of us on the call, on the virtual session, please, you can just drop an emoji, right? We celebrate you and we say thank you for joining us on this product unveiling. Again, it's day one, and we are looking forward to the possibilities that these products can explore or they can allow students access. Okay, I'll just because she joined quite late, I would like to just quickly recognize the presence of another of our distinguished guests, Miss Esther Bright, who is the founder of Esther Bright Foundation. Thank you so much for joining. I saw your comment. Thank you so much for joining. Of course, we are definitely going to do great things together, and we thank you for the feedback that you have provided. Now, to everyone again who joined us virtually, we are glad. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the questions. The questions are thought-provoking, and they will allow us to go validate and also iterate on the products and ensure that the experience and the entire delivery is something that we all will be proud of. Again, it's day one, and I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you so much, and do have a great day.
Elijah. What you reading?
Oh, hi, my name's Elijah. I am currently reading Artificial Intelligence.
Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor web version. Go to www.macrotutor.com on your browser. For returning user, on the sign page, input your login details and click on Login. For new user, click on the Sign Up button at the bottom of your screen. Input your details. OTP will be sent to the school's phone number to verify the account and sign up. Enter the following on the Sign Up for School page: school name, school email, mobile number, password, confirm password. Accept the privacy policy and terms and conditions by ticking the box. Click on Sign Up. Complete the school profile by providing the necessary details. Book class. To book a class, when the school's profile has been completed, you can book the first class for the school by clicking in the plus button at the top right corner of the screen or click on Create Your First Class. Input all necessary details such as subject, classes, start and end date, and the duration per day. Click on Submit after filling the necessary details in the hard class. On the Select Tutor window, select your preferred tutor on the window to view his or her details. When you click on a tutor, you can view the tutor's profile and rating. Click on Book Tutor to send a request to the tutor. Payment. Payments can be made as soon as the request has been accepted by the tutor. Follow the following steps to make payment for the classes. Go to Booking and click on Pay Now for any of the booked classes you intend to pay for. Choose the convenient payment option, weekly or monthly, and click on Confirm Booking. Click on Submit to proceed to make payment. Start class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is in sight and ready is sent to the school app or phone number as SMS. School representative can share the OTP code with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence. Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor app. Download and installation from Play Store. On Google Play Store, search for Macrotutor. Click on Macrotutor from Data Science Nigeria. Click on Install and wait for the app to complete installation process. Click on Open to access the app when installation is done. Choose a parent user. Click on the parent to create or access your parent account. If you're a first-time user, kindly click on the Sign Up button to register a new account and OTP verification. Fill in your details, your name, email, phone number, password, re-enter password, accept terms and conditions, and privacy policy. Click Sign Up. It will take you to a new page. Input the OTP sent to your phone. Then click Verify. Complete profile. After a successful verification of your account, input the following to complete your profile. Occupation, home address. Allow Macrotutor app to access your device's location to correctly pick your address on the map and click on Select here. Nearest landmark, country, state, local government. Click on Save and Continue. Add child. Fill the child's details to create a child's profile. Name, class, age. Click on Save to save the child's profile created. Book a tutor. To book a tutor, go to the child's list. Click on Book Tutor for any child you wish to book a tutor for. You can search for a tutor within your location by filling the location box with your location or search by subjects. Click on the location box and use the map to get your location. List of available tutors will appear below your screen horizontally. Swipe left to view more tutors that are close by. Book a tutor. Click on the arrow on the tutor card to view the tutor's profile. Scroll back to Book Now to book the tutor. Impute the subject, extra notes, start date, end date, and class duration. Click on Get Tutor's Availability to see when the tutor will be available to take the class. On Select Availability page, click on the preferred start time for each days of the week and click Submit to send a request to the tutor. Start a class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is on site and ready is sent to the payment app or phone number as SMS. Parents can share the OTP with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence. Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor app. Download an installation from Play Store. On Google, wait for the app to complete installation process. Click on Open to access the app when installation is done. Choose a parent user. Click on the parent to create or access your parent account. If you're a first-time user, kindly click on the Sign Up button to register a new account and OTP. Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor app. Download. Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor web version. Go to www.macrotutor.com on your browser. For returning user, on the sign page, input your login details and click on Login. For a new user, click on the Sign Up button at the bottom of your screen. Input your details. OTP will be sent to the school's phone number to verify the account and sign up. Enter the following on the Sign Up for School page: school name, school email, mobile number, password, confirm password. Accepts the privacy policy and terms and conditions by ticking the box. Click on Sign Up. Complete the school profile by providing the necessary details. Book class. To book a class, when the school's profile has been completed, you can book the first class for the school by clicking in the plus button at the top right corner of the screen or click on Create your first class. Impute all necessary details such as subject, classes, start and end date, and the duration per day. Click on Submit after filling the necessary details in the hard class. On the Select Tutor window, select your preferred tutor on the window to view his or her details. When you click on a tutor, you can view the tutor's profile and rating. Click on Book Tutor to send a request to the tutor. Payment. Payments can be made as soon as the request has been accepted by the tutor. Follow the following steps to make payment for the classes. Go to Booking and click on Pay Now for any of the booked classes you intend to pay for. Choose the convenient payment option, weekly or monthly, and click on Confirm Booking. Click on Submit to proceed to make payment. Start class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is in sight and ready is sent to the school app or phone number as SMS. School representative can share the OTP code with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence. Step-by-step guide on how to use the Macrotutor app. Download and installation from Play Store. On Google Play Store, search for Macrotutor. Click on Macrotutor from Data Science Nigeria. Click on Install and wait for the app to complete installation process. Click on Open to access the app when installation is done. Choose a parent user. Click on the parent to create or access your parent account. If you're a first-time user, kindly click on the Sign Up button to register a new account and OTP verification. Fill in your details, your name, email, phone number, password, re-enter password, accept terms and conditions, and privacy policy. Click Sign Up. It will take you to a new page. Impute the OTP sent to your phone. Then click Verify. Complete profile. After a successful verification of your account, impute the following to complete your profile. Occupation, home address. Allow Macrotutor app to access your device's location to correctly pick your address on the map and click on Select here. Nearest landmark, country, state, local government. Click on Save and Continue. Add child. Fill the child's details to create a child's profile. Name, class, age. Click on Save to save the child's profile created. Book a tutor. To book a tutor, go to the child's list. Click on Book Tutor for any child you wish to book a tutor for. You can search for a tutor within your location by filling the location box with your location or search by subjects. Click on the location box and use the map to get your location. List of available tutors will appear below your screen horizontally. Swipe left to view more tutors that are close by. Book a tutor. Click on the arrow on the tutor card to view the tutor's profile. Scroll back to Book Now to book the tutor. Impute the subject, extra notes, start date, end date, and class duration. Click on Get Tutor's Availability to see when the tutor will be available to take the class. On Select Availability page, click on the preferred start time for each days of the week and click Submit to send a request to the tutor. Start a class. Classes are started by the tutor, but the verification to confirm the tutor is on site and ready is sent to the payment app or phone number as SMS. Parents can share the OTP with the tutor when they verify the tutor's presence.